Hey, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. Specifically, welcome to my first English vlog. The background may look really familiar to you if you've been watching my videos. Yes, this is my bedroom, and again, I'm doing my pre-MBA internship at home in my bedroom. Today is my last day doing this internship, so I'm having calls with colleagues to say thank you and goodbye. The past 2 months just flew by. I got to learn so many new things about the business of private investment. To my dear colleagues, thank you so much for your support in the past 8 weeks.
All done. Finally get to enjoy the last bit of free time of my summer.
Well, before I go out and have fun, let me attend this early insight program held by a company I'm interested in exploring more for my post-MBA career. There are many companies doing such early insight programs targeting incoming MBA students. During these programs, the companies typically introduce their enterprise history, core values, and also what kind of job candidates they often hire into different departments. To the companies, this is an effective way for them to get in touch with top talents even before MBA programs start. I personally found these programs pretty informative and useful. Mr. Good and I went to the Riviera Beach International Sand Sculpting Festival. The Sand Festival is an annual event. This year's festival is actually to celebrate the 125th anniversary of Riviera Beach, which is America's first public beach. Typically, the Sand Festival draws over 1 million people to Riviera every year. Because of the COVID this year, the event is at a smaller scale. But still, it's very fun to see these many local vendors of food, drinks, and clothes. Later this week, my in-laws drove from Ohio to visit us, and we decided to get some dim sum. If you've never tried dim sum before, basically you order all kinds of food in small dishes, including meats, vegetables, and all kinds of pastries. I think dim sum is probably the most iconic breakfast style of the southern part of China, which is where Mr. Good's family is originally from. Okay, that was the first part of this video. Congratulations, you just made to the second part. About the second part, I want to dedicate it to sharing some information around my decision of pursuing an MBA. Last year, I posted on my social media the first time that I got admitted into HBS. Since then, I got so many people asking me about the MBA in general and about MBA applications. Last week, in my third vlog, I briefly shared my thoughts around the question what MBA is really for. It was a pleasant surprise for me that so many people said they really liked that part. I received so much help from people around me when I applied for business schools. So, going forward, I plan to weave more thoughts of mine around the MBA into my vlogs, starting with this one. I would be super happy and honored if the information I share on my channel can help one person or two. Without further ado, let's begin. In this video, I want to answer one question that is often the first thing people ask me about when they reach out to discuss MBA-related issues. That is, why I want an MBA.
Let's start. Why I want an MBA? To me, I always know I want an MBA because I feel my previous experience was so specialized. I had a bachelor's degree in finance, a specialized master's degree in finance, and all my previous roles were under finance. I'm just always very curious about how other functions or departments within the company work. And getting an MBA is a fast way for me to get exposure to all those different kinds of disciplines. I think having a general understanding of all those different areas would really help me become a better decision maker because I'll be able to have a more holistic view when I see a business, and I'll be able to think more strategically because I know all those different things and I can connect dots. The second reason why I want an MBA is that I just feel the need to take a pause, reflect on my previous experience, and further polish my soft skills to become, a better version of myself, and then I can continue my career journey. I think this would be super important for the longevity of my career development. And thinking of MBA, it can provide me such a safe place to practice leadership and also other soft skills. Another reason why I want an MBA is I want to become as competitive and resourceful as possible when I have a chance. Seeing that many people lose their jobs during the COVID, the jobs that they thought were permanent jobs, just made me think that life happens. There are so many things we cannot control in life. And I truly believe having an MBA from a top school will help me build up my resilience. Let's say one day I'm laid off. Knock on wood, that won't happen to me, but let's just say one day it does happen. I think the skills and the network I gain from my MBA experience will be able to help me bounce back quickly.
Mr. Good will start working at the Boston airport tomorrow, and his job requires him to be at the airport by 5 a.m. on work days. So we woke up at 4 a.m. this morning and we're driving to the airport to see how much time the driving will take from our apartment to the airport. It's always good to be fully prepared. On our way home, we went to the sea for a super early morning walk. If you've never seen the Atlantic Ocean at 5 a.m. in the morning, now you have. Another new week is coming up. Keep smiling, keep working hard. I hope you have a blessed new week, and I'll see you next time.